and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Valerie. I make lifestyle videos and I upload every Friday. Today's video is on my acne and Accutane journey, and I'm very excited because I have been wanting to make this video for a very long time. I remember watching many of these videos when I was going to do Accutane because I wanted to know, people's experience with it, and I was pretty scared, but I always wanted to give my journey and my experience with acne and Accutane. So let's get started. Acne does run in my family. Growing up, my dad struggled with acne and so did my aunt, and now my sisters have struggled with acne, not as much as I have. I started getting acne when I was in high school. It wasn't anywhere bad. I just had like a few, but nothing that Clean and Clear and Neutrogena could have fixed then. However, once I graduated from high school, once I started college, that's when my acne started acting up. In 2017 and 2018, that is when my acne got the worst. I had cystic acne. It was a type of acne that hurt to touch. It even hurt to look. I was in pain all the time that, I couldn't handle it anymore. I would use pretty much everything: Neutrogena, Clean and Clear, Proactive. I was on Proactive for many years, but those only helped when I started getting acne, like in middle school and in high school. But once my acne started getting bad after high school, none of those things would help. That's when I started visiting my primary care doctor. I let her know what was going on, and she prescribed antibiotics and these wipes, these like pads. I don't remember what they were, and they did help out a little bit, kind of calm it down, but it didn't completely get rid of them. That was when I consulted with my primary care doctor and I asked if BC was right for me. We decided that we should try it, and BC didn't work out for me, although I had been on BC for 5 years, and in those 5 years I don't think that my acne either got worse or less because of it. I just think it had no effect on me. Although I was on BC using antibiotics and using the pads that my doctor had prescribed to me, none of them were working. Because I was using the products that my doctor had prescribed to me, yet they weren't working, I thought that it was something that I was doing. Maybe it was the food I was eating. So I went vegetarian. I stopped eating meat. I cut off any sugar. I was eating very clean, but none of it was helping my skin. Then I stopped wearing makeup completely. I was very scared to do this because I had cystic acne and I really wanted to hide it, and I was very insecure about it. But taking that big step and not wearing makeup, it was very scary. It's one thing when your family and friends comment on it and try to help you. It's a different story when customers and strangers comment on it. For example, I'll never forget that time where there was this older white male that approached me. He was one of my regular clients. He took one good look at me and said, "Oh, you're very pretty, but my daughter struggled with acne too. Much, much worse than you did. You have it." But she started going to a esthetician and her acne got way better and she's never had to deal with it again. You know what? I'll give you the name of her next week I come. First of all, why are men even commenting on my face? Like, if you don't, I didn't ask for your opinion. I would get people's unsolicited advice. Things like that, they make you feel much more insecure. After that, I just kind of decided that, I needed to go see a dermatologist. And I went to go see a dermatologist, and he gave me antibiotics and Epiduo. I tried that for a couple months, and that wasn't working. So I went back to my dermatologist, and he told me I should do some chemical peels there at his office. So I started doing that. And, again, those things were not working. I went back and he said that I should start Accutane. I was so scared to start Accutane and that I just didn't go back to his office. I thought to myself, no, it's not that severe. But I was just kind of in denial, and I was also scared, But a couple months passed by, and I just, continued to grow uncomfortable in my skin. And I was very tired of it because it was just so painful at the end of the day. So I went back, and again, my derm told me that I should be on Accutane. By that time, I was done. Like, I wanted to try anything that would help me. I had to take Accutane for 6 months with 2 pills each day. Being on Accutane is a lot of work. Every month you have to get your blood test, a urine sample, and you have to see your derm. You have to get your blood test done for your doctor to approve the Accutane, because they have to see if your body's still functioning the way it should, because Accutane at the end of the day is a very strong medication. I had to do a urine sample each month because you cannot get pregnant while you're on Accutane, because the baby will come out with so many abnormalities. The box even has a label, like big letters that say you cannot get pregnant while on this medication. Once you go get your tests done, you have to see your doctor so that your doctor can approve next month's medication. You have to be on top of your appointments because you cannot miss an appointment. If you miss your appointment, your doctor cannot approve the medication unless they see those blood tests. Some side effects that I had with Accutane were dry lips. I had extremely dry lips. One product that definitely helped a lot was Vaseline. My lips got so dry that I would just start bleeding, and so I would just be walking around with like a bruised lip, and I just probably looked crazy. My arms would get very itchy as well because they were dry, and then I would scratch, that white spots would come out. And I remember telling my dermatologist, and he gave me a lotion for it, but that never helped. I would also get extreme back joint pain. It would really hurt when I would lay down or get up, and it was just very painful overall. One side effect that I had when I was on Accutane, and that I still have today, is redness in my cheeks. I would get really red if I were under the sun for more than a minute, or if I would get upset, my cheeks would just be so red. You can totally tell that I was upset. And I still have that to this day. It's not as bad as I had it before, but whenever I'm at the gym or I get a little upset or I'm under the sun, they just, they start being really red. So if you ever see me and I have, my face is really red, you know why. You can easily get sunburn while on Accutane because your skin is very sensitive, but I didn't. I really tried very hard not to be under the sun for too long, and I would use SPF religiously. A lot of people do experience depression while on this medication. I didn't. My doctor would ask me all the time whenever I would see him at the office. He would ask me if I was experiencing any depression. Luckily, I did not, but some people do. It's been 2 years now since I have been off of Accutane. The first few months, I got no breakouts whatsoever, and that was just like amazing. After those few months, during that first year, I started seeing more acne, but it wasn't bad. It was just like 1 or 2. It wasn't until this last year where my acne started acting up a lot. I started getting more. It's, again, not as bad as I've had it before, but I started seeing more, especially around like my jaw or my mouth area. I got a little scared once I started seeing more acne because I really didn't want to be on Accutane again. I didn't want to be at that point again because I had worked so hard to get to that point that I was, kind of stressing. So I went back to see my dermatologist. My dermatologist prescribed me antibiotics and Epiduo. Luckily for me, the combination of antibiotics and Epiduo worked really good for me. The thing about antibiotics is that you can't be taking them too often. So once I finished my first batch of antibiotics, I started seeing more acne. So definitely antibiotics were helping me. If I wasn't on antibiotics, then I would start seeing more breakouts. I wanted to explore different options, and so I found an esthetician. And the thing about this esthetician was that she does her treatments more advanced, like it's more medical. And I went to her, got a consultation, and she put me on a skincare regimen. The skincare regimen has been working amazingly for me and my skin. I also get glycolic peels every 2 weeks or every month with the esthetician. I'm so happy with the results that I honestly never thought that I would get to this point and see like the actual skin on my face as opposed to just acne. I had really bad acne and it had damaged my skin so much that now I have ice pick scarring. It looks like giant pores and I absolutely hate it because when I wear makeup, it just like penetrates so much in those areas because they're just so deep. No amount of primer can help me there. They just look like I have giant pores. It has truly transformed me and it has given me my confidence back. Please talk to your doctor to see if Accutane is right for you. And that's it for today's video. Please don't forget to like this video and leave a comment down below if you have an acne story, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'll definitely see you in the next video. Bye!